Hi everyone, hope you are doing well from wherever you're watching this channel, depending on your time zone. Now, during Sabasaba Day, when we had the mass action in this country, it was tested and proved that Kenyans can actually be very peaceful during a demonstration. And again, at the same time, it was exposed that police officers can always play that rogue role. Officers who are rogue, they were the one causing chaos, disruption, and all manner of things we'll talk about during the mass action. So if you have people who are stopping business in this country during mass action, they are police officers. And because of this, Kindiki has come out yesterday. He was warning police officers who are using excess force during mass action. He is against it. And he's addressing several individuals. He's saying very clear that we know that we have some officers who have used excess force on peaceful and armed Kenyans who are just demonstrating. In his own word, and his directive is that Kenyans should be allowed to demonstrate in peace, and where possible, police officers should even go to an extent of accompanying them or escorting them back home after they have finished their business of sending a message to the government, whether it's through petition or whichever means they want to present it. That is Kindiki for you. So in simple, Kindiki is not in agreement with what happened on Sabasaba Day. He is against police officers' operation. So the question is, who is Kindiki addressing here really? Is it the police officers or someone beyond the officers that we know? First of all, listen to him, then from here we are going to continue.
Kama wananchi hawana silaha, wachani na wananchi waseme mambo yao. Kama hawajabeba silaha, hawaumizi mtu, hawavunji duka ya mtu, wacha waongee mambo yao. Ikifika jioni wataenda nyumbani. Ikiwezekana wasindikishwe. Yeah. Yes. Sababu kuna wenzetu katika idara ya usalama wachache pia ambao wanatumia nguvu visivyo, na hiyo haitakubalika. Haitakubalika. Hii mambo ingine ya hapa tutaona.
Now as we continue with this discussion, just a quick request for those who are watching and you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. To our returning subscribers, I must say thank you so much, and again to all our viewers, please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you so much, and back to this discussion. Every time we have demonstration in this country, William Samoei Ruto will always find an excuse to either get out of the country, or if not, he will be in Sugoi. And that means the man who will be giving order, it is always his deputy, Rebuke Gachagua. So Ruto has always washed his hands clean when it comes to demonstration. Hiyo side amesema hapana. And indeed, we had Gachagua telling Ruto at one point that the issue of mass action, akasema yule mzee utuachie, uniachie mimi nitadili na yeye. Wewe deal na mambo ya governance. That was Gachagua. So it's like Ruto then agreed to give in to Gachagua to handle anything to do with the mass action in this country. The question is that, what is the work of the Interior Cabinet Secretary, Kindiki? And that's where disagreement between Kindiki and Gachagua is coming in. In my view, in as much Kindiki is addressing police officers, the first individual that Kindiki is facing here, the man that Kindiki is calling rogue, is Gachagua. Because these officers, their work is only to implement the order. Though some extent we wonder, would you take even wrong orders after going through training? The person giving orders is Rebuke Gachagua. If there is mishandlement of the man who is giving those imperative orders is Rebuke Gachagua. So Kindiki is in fight with Gachagua. They are in disagreement. Just imagine, this was the person who was supposed to be William Ruto's deputy. So imagine when Ruto is not in the country, it will be Kindiki now in charge. Or if there is a CS for Interior, I don't think if Kindiki will interfere with that, and if that CS will go against what is known in the law, people have a right to demonstrate, picket, peacefully and armed. When they are like that, you should not descend on them with tear gas, canisters, live bullet. It should not happen. I think Kindiki was the right person to deputize Ruto, but not Gachagua. Gachagua is a rogue deputy. That's the reality. You look on how he address people, the kind of language, what he says. Sometimes they say it is not what you say, but how you say it. Listen to him when he's speaking. You see a man who is just against the law itself. So first of all, Kindiki is addressing regarding Gachagua. Leave Kenyans alone. Let them demonstrate. If they have a message to the state, let them deliver the message, and let police officer do what is in the law. During demonstration, they have two duties only. Number one, to protect properties. And number two, to also give security to those who are demonstrating. Walinde wale ambao wanaandamana na pia wachunge mali ya Wakenya. Hayo mambo mawili tu during demonstration. And this has been witnessed very successful in South Africa. Why not in Kenya? Kwani sisi tunaishi kwa which era? Ni enzi gani sisi tunaishi? Even human beings are evolving. Gachagua has refused to evolve. He's taking us back into those days. Kindiki is saying, no, we will not work in this way. We rather respect Kenyans. And I'm sure this regime is ashamed because Kenyans were very peaceful. At one point, we saw them passing a kiosk. Some shops were open, but the protesters were focusing on sending a message to the government. They had no any intention of looting, stealing, or robbing anyone. So it's very clear that Kenyans are very peaceful, and now Azimio has proved that they can have youth very much disciplined, they can guide them, and the youth can listen to their leaders. Wakati Martha Karua na Raila walisema ya kwamba tunataka maandamano ya amani na haja yetu ni kufikisha ujumbe kwa hii serikali, Wakenya wote walisikia mambo ya amani. Pale mahali tulikuwa na makimbizano ya polisi na wananchi, it was when police officers were using excess force. For example, what happened in Incase. You use excess force, tear gas. Even in Nairobi, it was happening. But Kenyans were resilient because they were much focused on doing what Azimio leadership has directed. They were very focused. So you unarusha tear gas, unafanya watu wanakasirika. So you raise the emotions. Then the people have to reiterate and return into chaos. The other reality is that if this trend is going to continue, it will reach a time when Kenyans will have no respect for police officers. And when it reaches that level, Kenyans are going to face off with the police officers. Remember, Wakenya ni wengi kuliko wale askari wanawalinda. The ratio of police officer to population, it is not in a better position whereby police officers can manage to control. No, it's not. Because of this, Kenyans can overpower these police officers. And if we reach this level, we are heading to anarchy. And who will have caused this anarchy? Kimani Ichung'wah, Rebuke Gachagua, and the team. Ruto hako hapa amenyamaza. Kithure Kindiki has become helpless. Ndio maana sasa anaenda anaongea kwa media hivi. So Ruto has allowed Gachagua and Ichung'wah to cause anarchy in the country. So when you talk about anarchist, the first person that will come to your mind, it will be William Ruto's deputy. Because the manner in which and the order is giving to police officers is all meant to cause anarchy. So the real sponsor of anarchy ni Kimani Ichung'wah and Ruto's deputy. Now the issue of IG comes in. So Kindiki is also addressing watu kama Bungei huyu wa Nairobi, Koome. What is their work? The statement from Kindiki is contrary to what Koome and Bungei have been doing. Wakisema kwamba ni siku ya kuandamana, wanakuja wanasoma statement nyingine as if they have powers to nullify mass action. Polisi walipata nguvu za aina hizo wapi? Ni sheria gani imewaruhusu? Katika kipeke gani cha sheria ambacho kimewaruhusu kuwa na nguvu za aina hii? We are not in a... Kenya is not a monarch state. We have democracy that is guiding Kenya. So the issue of issuing a threat, intimidation, frustration to people, it must stop. And that is the message Kindiki has for Rebuke Gachagua, Kimani Ichung'wah, and William Ruto. He is not in agreement with this. We are waiting another day when Kenyans will call for mass action again. How police officers are going to behave. And if they are not careful, it is reaching a time when we are going to have a lawlessness country, where if officers who are supposed to maintain law and order are breaking it, then what are you telling the common mwananchi? You are literally initiating a process of Kenyans now doing the same thing you are doing. You are breaking the law. So you are also initiating a process of Kenyans to start breaking the law. That alone will cause anarchy. And with that, Ruto will have no any country to govern. It is going to be beyond control. And once it is beyond control, it is the right time to tell him he must go.
Kama wananchi hawana silaha, wachani na wananchi waseme mambo yao. Kama hawajabeba silaha, hawaumizi mtu, hawavunji duka ya mtu, wacha waongee mambo yao. Ikifika jioni wataenda nyumbani. Ikiwezekana wasindikishwe. Yeah. Yes. Sababu kuna wenzetu katika idara ya usalama wachache pia ambao wanatumia nguvu visivyo, na hiyo haitakubalika. Haitakubalika.